Libra Rising! Welcome here to Soul Passages Astrology. My name is Georgia Dempsey and I'm your astrologer, and I'm so glad to be back with you. I really am. Oh my gosh, since January I've sold a house, fixed a house, bought a house, painted a house, unpacked, and I missed the May videos. It just couldn't happen. It really couldn't. Mars retrograde, whatever. Husband, no way. Anyhow, thank you for being patient. As you can see, I'm set up. I even have an angel room, which I'm so excited about. Anyhow, I'm thrilled to be here for your June videos. And I know that this is an important month for you, Libra Rising, and a lot of it comes down to you letting go of the things that confine you. But it starts with a grand cross that is stretching everyone thin as early June hits, and that includes you, Libra Rising. By the second, you should begin to feel kind of the push and pull of this planetary alignment. Saturn, your taskmaster planet, who is now touring Sagittarius in your third house, will be opposing a Sun-Venus connection located in your ninth, which is both considered the road to God as well as your life path. Laying at a 90-degree angle to this axis, thus forming the cross, you also have Jupiter and the north node of the moon in Virgo in your 12th house, opposing Neptune, Chiron, the wounded healer, and the south node, all swimming through the Piscean waters of your 6th. So you're asking yourself, what does this all mean to my life? Well, your 12th house Jupiter wants to confer blessings on you by encouraging you to explore spirituality and to release fears that have held you back or confined you. Our subconscious mind houses so many thoughts and belief systems, but the question is, are they all true? With Jupiter in Virgo in the 12th, you are meant to explore your beliefs about yourself and the world and be discerning regarding what is really true and what is not. Have you held yourself back in some fashion? Are you allowing negative scripts to run your life? Would forgiving others help you to move forward? Would going back to school enable you to break the chains that seem to bind you? These are the types of questions you should ask yourself as this cross moves through the sky and your life. Currently, some of you may be feeling split regarding what you should do with your life. It's as if two paths have unfolded before you, and you need to make a decision regarding which road to take. Your Sun, Venus, and Vesta combination in your 9th house in Gemini are presenting choices to you. Should you focus on getting a higher education? Maybe you feel pulled in different directions regarding your career or educational options. From a spiritual standpoint, you could also be wondering which path would best broaden your worldview. If you run into a legal situation, you could be actively working at forgiving and letting go. That's Jupiter in the 12th. Your 9th house Gemini energy should enable you to look at the situation from different sides of the coin, and that is to your benefit. Concurrently, you also have Neptune, Chiron, and the south node of the moon floating through the Piscean waters of your 6th house. This is the house of everyday work, service, and health. Some of you could be facing an illness at present, and that very dis-ease could be hard to pinpoint. That would be Neptune. If so, definitely use this opportunity to forgive, that's Jupiter in the 12th, while developing some spiritual practices that will help you feel more whole. Emotional wounds can impact you physically, and holding on to anger or resentment can make you unwell in mind, body, and spirit. This configuration can also leave you feeling uncertain or unappreciated regarding your efforts at work. Maybe you keep giving to a cause that doesn't give back. If so, maybe it's time to put effort into developing your skills. That's the Saturn in 3rd and the stellium in the 9th. That way you can move forward onto a better life path destiny. Likewise, if you keep searching for a way to be of service to the world, you may need to make a decision regarding your destiny. Who were you meant to be? How can you bring your talents and skills to bear into the world? It feels as if two paths are unfolding before you and you need to make a choice. Listen to your inner compass in order to choose well, and use Jupiter in the 12th to release your fears and inhibitions. Saturn, your taskmaster planet, is now touring Sagittarius in your 3rd house of communications. If harnessed well, this planet can enable you to become a learned scholar. In fact, he is there to encourage you to increase your mental skills and capacity and to find the truth. With the opposition to the Gemini energy in your 9th house of higher education, it's necessary for you to pick a path and hone in on what you'd like to learn. Gathering information is as important as mastery at this point. Saturn could also be delivering up lessons regarding how you communicate with others. Though Sagittarius can encourage you to speak your truth, are the things popping out of your mouth causing you issues at work? Do you feel blocked when it comes to speaking your truth, or do you blurt things out without considering the consequences? These are a few things to think over. Maybe this taskmaster is encouraging you to rewire the way you think about things. For some of you, you are being asked to explore the world on a more spiritual basis. For others, you need to rethink what you are truly capable of. Often we place limitations on ourselves more than they are imposed from the outside world. On June 4th, you have a wonderful opportunity to truly consider your life path and spirituality. A new moon in Gemini will be gracing your 9th house at this time, and Venus will be in tow. This is a great opportunity to set the seeds for what you want in life. Would additional education help you to meet your destiny? Would exploring your spirituality help to heal you on all levels? How can you change your communication and thinking patterns to achieve the results you desire at work and in life in general? Neptune will be turning retrograde on the 13th in your 6th house and will later be joined by a retrograde Chiron on the 29th. It's time to get serious about your emotional health. If you've had your head in the clouds regarding any aspect of your well-being, you need to take off the rose-colored glasses and put in place a good diet, exercise plan, and some mind-body-spirit practices that will usher in peace into your world. If you haven't been taking care of the details of your daily life, this could come back to haunt you now. Make lists and tackle those mundane tasks that you have been stacking up at work. Escapism will only further exacerbate the issue. It's time to dig in and get clear about what you need to accomplish. Now, this becomes particularly important on the 17th when Saturn squares up to Neptune. Daydreaming will not get you ahead at work. Focus, communicate clearly, and reconsider how your communication or thinking patterns could be affecting your life. Don't be hard on yourself mentally, but try and look at things realistically in order to see the truth. The full moon in Sagittarius will further illuminate where you stand on the 20th regarding all 3rd house matters. If you've been hard on yourself, you should see that clearly now. If thought and speech patterns are causing issues for you, that too will become evident. This day could also usher in some kind of keen insight regarding what you need to learn in order to become who you are meant to be. Pay attention to what you feel so you can make the necessary course corrections. Both Venus and the Sun will also enter Cancer on this day, and that will light up your worldly standing. Venus gives you the power to draw in that which you desire, and the Sun wants you to shine. Since both are in your career sector, a clear picture of where you stand at work could also be revealed on the 20th. On the 26th, your 12th house Jupiter will send a bright beam of light towards Pluto, who is currently located in your 4th house of home. Many Librans have been working on issues with parents in the past lately, dredging up old material in order to heal it. Today is a great day to make peace with some of those very issues. You could come to terms with some of the strictness you experienced as a child by reframing the motivations of your parents. Unearth their hidden motivations and you are free. Is it possible that you were actually trying to help you in their own awkward, unconscious fashion? Forgiveness for what was could be in the air if you choose to look at things differently. On the 29th, Mars will begin its forward march in Scorpio in your second house of values. Now that you've had time to consider the cross you bear in your life, what is most important to you? Is it health? Finding a way of being of service to the world? Forgiving your parents for the past? Or is it going back to school so you can fulfill your destiny? June is asking you to let go of that which has been confining you, Libra Rising, so that you can move forward onto a healthy and positive life path. All right, dear world, I thank you for all your blessings, for the Google Pluses, the shares, the likes, your patience. I am still running my special to June 1, so if you need a reading, give me a call. Just have yourselves a wonderful June, and I wish you well on your healing journey. Namaste.